It is 53 kilo in women's wrestling. That's 116.5 pounds. Out in the red singlet, the winner of the challenge tournament, Katherine Fulp-Allen from Colorado Springs, Colorado. And the national champion in the blue singlet, Whitney Conder, also from Colorado Springs. She represents the United States Army's world-class athlete program. And this promises to be a good one. Whitney Conder, the victor in the first bout of this best-of-3 series by the score of 3-0. If Whitney Conder can continue to put it together here in this bout, Jake Herbert, she will win a spot on the United States world team.
Absolutely, and complete step one to winning a world title. Make the world team.
Sounds simple the way you put that.
Yeah, much easier said than done.
Much easier. Yeah. Step number one, make the United States world team. Of course, that's why we're here, and we're glad we're coming to you on the Universal Sports Network.
Wow,
with this
getting
world
after
team
right
trials.
away. Whitney already in, going out in front with that seatbelt wizard situation here. This is a very popular situation here in freestyle wrestling, and she's looking to score the exact same way she did in the first match here tonight. She's going to look to limp arm or maybe even come up here for the body lock throw. She's got that locked. She really needs to pop her hips in and get Fulp-Allen up, but Fulp-Allen has a lot of height. Sorry, a lot of height on Whitney, being the short of the wrestler. And there she is trying to limp that right arm out. You'll see that.
She doesn't have the control needed right now to pick up those points. So no points come out of that sequence.
No, but that was a great sequence there. Technically, defended very well by Fulp-Allen and initiated very well by Whitney.
Again, these are no strangers one to another. Whitney Conder beat Katherine Fulp-Allen 2-0 in the Open Championship to win that gold medal and become the national champion. And that was last month in Las Vegas. She wants to parlay that right now into winning the World Team Trials. And right now, red wrestler, that is Katherine Fulp-Allen, being warned for being passive or being not aggressive. In other words, action. Referees out there in the match just to encourage universal wrestling from whistle to whistle. We're now out there to stand around.
That was a great attempt there by Whitney, trying to go for that throw by Shuck right there. And both girls here are really getting after it. I mean, they're defending very well, and there's a lot of opportunities to score, but none just able to capitalize so far at this point.
None are able to capitalize, and right now it looks like Katherine Fulp-Allen is going to be put on the shot clock as it's 0-0. And so she's got 30 seconds to score.
And there's a shot right there. And this is just a tricky situation here because you want to score on the shot clock, but you don't want to take a bad attempt and give out 2 points. Instead of just losing that 1 point, you can be penalized for not scoring in the 30 seconds.
But if she does not score on the shot clock, Whitney Conder will pick up the 1 point. We're under 1 minute, 45 seconds remaining here in this, the first period, between Whitney Conder and Katherine Fulp-Allen. Conder out in front, 1-0 right now. Nice move that time. Very nice set of circumstances, if you will, by Whitney Conder.
And now she takes a 3-0 lead, which she was able to win the match by last time. It seems to be just a one takedown match between these two.
It does.
Leading up to that, and that's sometimes all you need.
I mean, it was 2-0 in the Open Championship. Yep. And in their first bout tonight, it was 3-0.
Yep, and that's the score you see on your screens right now. It's 3-0 lead by Whitney about to end this first period. Great shot there by Fulp-Allen, but too little too late in that period.
Katherine Fulp-Allen comes from a wrestling family. As the first period comes to a close, Whitney Conder out in front by the score of 3-0.
Once again, we want to say a big thank you.
Whitney, fantastic job locking up that cradle right there, and Fulp-Allen popping her head out, and Whitney able to go behind and spin Fulp-Allen down to the mat there to secure her 2-point takedown.
Nice move that time, Jake. She used her weight to secure the points.
Oh, that was fantastic movement, fantastic position. She took the head to the knee, locked up the cradle. Fulp-Allen popped out the cradle, spun her right down.
Here we go. Second period underway here in the 53 kilo weight category, 116 and 1/2 pounds. Whitney Conder in the blue singlet and Katherine Fulp-Allen in the red singlet. Katherine Fulp-Allen comes from a wrestling family. Her sister, Sarah Fulp-Allen, was the Open champion in women's freestyle just a couple of years ago. And her father, Lee Allen, who is now deceased, was an Olympic Greco-Roman coach and a 2-time Olympian. So you might say, Jay Kerber, that wrestling is in their blood.
Absolutely, runs in the family there. I mean, and you know, both these girls are really making that attempt. You know, they want to get on the world team this year, but we know the big ultimate goal is 2016 Rio. Wow, and way to shove that head by there, Whitney. That was a great defense right there. Deep in that leg and just turned that head the opposite direction and said, you know what, you're not taking a high crotch, you're taking a single leg. But Fulp-Allen countering really well here. And again, this isn't 2-point until that leg is out, and now she has to get the supporting points to hit down. And like I'm saying, look at the flexibility on both of these girls. She's got that cradle locked up, but Whitney slipping her head out. And now they've just switched positions just like that, man.
They have, but no points have been awarded yet, Jake.
Nope, none yet, because see that right leg in, you know, the difference between folk style and freestyle, to score this point, Whitney needs to get that leg out.
And when you refer to folk style, obviously you're talking about intercollegiate, interscholastic rules. And of course, Olympic style rules, well, that's what they wrestle in the World Championships, and that's what they wrestle in the Olympic Games. Speaking of the Olympic Games, 6 weight classes for the women in the Olympic Games.
Absolutely, and they're up to par as they should be. I mean, these girls have fought hard. You know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, it wasn't even an Olympic sport yet. It just became an Olympic sport in 2004. Correct me if I'm wrong.
2004, I think, was the year. And they went 4 weight classes.
Yep.
4 weight classes, and now it's up to 6. But that's equality. 6 for the women, 6 for the men.
Absolutely.
That's in the Olympic Games. The World Championships, that will have 8 weight classes. 8 weight classes in Greco, freestyle, and women's wrestling. And 2 of the weight classes for the women, as well as freestyle, will be determined at the Junior and Cadet National Championships in Fargo, North Dakota.
It's a great slide by there.
Great move.
Puts her head on the mat, and when you see an opponent put their head down on the mat, there is just nothing that can be done. I mean, that's just a sign of almost giving up right there, and I'm sure she has to be discouraged being down 5-0 here right now with 44 seconds left, you know, to go.
She has to be, but credit Whitney Conder. She's been all business out there.
Yes, she has. I mean, she's taken it to her. She's been very stingy with her defense. She's been very, you know, scoring, hitting these scramble positions really well. Her training is really showing off right now.
Well, she's in the driver's seat with a 5-0 lead right now over Katherine Fulp-Allen. Whitney Conder, 2014 and 2011 U.S. Open champion. She's been active here in 2014, placed second in the Clip-On Lady Open overseas.
And this is that same position they were in the first match. Whitney doing a fantastic job putting all that weight there on Fulp-Allen's head. And has those real flexible knees there.
The flexibility is one thing, but the body position is also something else. She counters in such a way that Katherine Fulp-Allen, plain and simply, cannot score. She hasn't scored a point in either the first match or this one here, the second match. As time expires, Whitney Conder defeats Katherine Fulp-Allen 5-0, and Whitney Conder will represent the United States at 53 kilos in the World Championships in Tashkent, Uzbekistan.